Well said. Thank you and cheers. Oh, hey. Hey, what are you guys doing here? We're not at the table. This isn't really any sort of a review or anything like that. But I'm glad you're here. I actually have something I want to show you. Now, you guys know I spend a lot of my time dealing with handguns, and one manufacturer that I had the opportunity to work with a little bit in 2018 was Rock Island Armory, and you guys seem to be fans as well. They put out some really cool firearms, especially 1911s, at an affordable price. They're good quality, they're well built, they're fun to shoot, and so that was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing that. But Rock Island is getting into some other territory as well, and so they reached out to me and a few other reviewers to take a look at something very special. Now, one of the reasons why we're here and we're not at the table, I know it's not as much fun to take a look at me as it is a gun, but what they sent me actually doesn't fit on any table I have. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, and I happen to have it right here. Take a look at this guy. This is called the VR80, and you guys will notice this is kind of an AR style firearm. Again, I'm not an expert on that, but believe it or not, it's actually a 12 gauge shotgun. And I'll tell you what, this thing is an absolute beast. It's weighing in at about 9 pounds. It's about 40 inches long and about 20 inches in barrel length, and it's just a hoss. Now, as we look at the controls here just a little bit, they're very similar to ARs. We've got our magazine release right here. We've got a bolt here rather than your charging handle back below, or back behind rather. And then when we take our magazine out, we actually have a bolt release on the other side. You just press it and it goes home, which is pretty cool. Now that charging handle, you'll see right there, is actually reversible. You can put it on the other side if you want. Now, a couple of other things. It does have your fire controls. They're actually ambidextrous there on both sides, which is pretty cool. And then for sights, it's got some pop-up sights, which is nice. And they're adjustable both on the front and the back. So you can really dial it in and make it your own. We've got rail points on the front, both on the sides and on the top. So you can attach your chainsaws, lasers, tiny ninjas, all that kind of good stuff as you please. And then there are actually a couple of sling mounts as well. So you can put your tactical slings on it and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of nice. Now you'll notice that it's got what looks like a suppressor. Believe it or not, it's not. This is not an NFA item or anything. It just is a little bit bigger barrel, and they've kind of fluted it just a little bit in the vein of something like a suppressor. It gives it a little bit more weight to it, again, coming in at 9 pounds. But the shooting experience, and I did have the opportunity to take this to Centerfire Shooting Sports, my home away from home, and put a couple of rounds through it, a couple of slugs, and I'll tell you what, this thing was a beast, man. It was a lot of fun to do. Now, one of the most notable things about this you'll notice is actually its stock. It's got a very unique stock to it, and from what I understand, it's actually designed around a buffer tube, and so you'll actually be able to take this off and switch up any grips or stocks or anything as you please. So that's pretty cool. I believe it's patent pending according to Rock Island. So kind of a neat and interesting design right here. So I wish it was a little bit more of a deep dive, but unfortunately, again, it doesn't fit on the table, and my setup isn't really designed for that. So I'll have to make some adjustments in the future so we can pull in some more long guns. You guys are always telling me I need to try more ARs and shotguns and that sort of thing. So this was a great way to get it started. So guys, I'm really curious to know what you have to say about this, the VR80. If you're into tactical shotguns, that sort of thing, if this is a design that you would be interested in, I'm certainly interested in hearing that. Now, this will be released around SHOT Show 2019, maybe just a little bit before. So we've got some time, and I don't know the MSRP on it just yet. I would venture to say it's probably going to come in around $800, but that's ballpark. If I know prior to the release of this video, of course, I'll annotate it down below. But otherwise, you'll have to stay tuned and see how this comes in. It's got 2 magazines, of course, both 5-round magazines that come with it. So you definitely have some options there. But again, guys, this has been a lot of fun, and big thanks to Rock Island Armory for sending this along, just letting me play around with it and offer my thoughts to you. I've been very impressed, as I have with their other stuff as well. So, guys, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about that down in the comments. Be sure to sound off down below. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.